Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to you, and to me. Merry Christmas to everyone. Seriously guys, Vincent here, and I am excited to be opening this deck. I just ordered myself my first tournament-ready Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and I'm fully aware that this deck will not be technically tournament ready. I'm fully aware that it would get destroyed in any competitive tournament, and heck, it might even get destroyed in a casual tournament, because today this tournament deck is going to be a vampire deck, and I believe vampires never had their chance in the spotlight, but that also makes sense because they're vampires, so they're going to hide in the darkness. I just really love the art. I really love vampires in general, so I really want to pick up this vampire deck. And at the very least, it should be able to teach me the new mechanics, or some newer mechanics of the game, and get used to some of the, constant, like, searching your decks and shuffling and all this stuff, I assume. I mean, maybe they don't have any cards that have that, but it seems like the cards are new enough to have a different pacing than what the Yu-Gi-Oh was 15 years ago back when I played. And I'm getting started again, in case you didn't know. I'm a veteran player of the classic Yu-Gi-Oh, basically right before Synchros. And basically, as soon as Synchros came out, I fell off the face of the earth and stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But it wasn't because I hated Synchros, it was just I got involved in other games. I had nothing against Yu-Gi-Oh! But now I'm back, and I'm ready to check out this vampire deck. So let's check it out together. Again, I'm not going to know what these cards are. I'm not probably going to even be able to read them all. With the way my camera's set up, the cards are going to be kind of farther away. I can't hold them close. There's a lot of text on these cards. I don't know what they do. So don't expect me to come at this with a ton of knowledge. If anything, I'm coming out with knowledge of a very skilled old school Yu-Gi-Oh player coming into this with that knowledge. So let's dive into it. So we got our envelope here, and hopefully I won't cut my cards. That'd be awful. And in fact, since I haven't opened this, I don't even know 100% that this is even the vampire deck. But I was told that it shipped to me and it delivered. So this should be the deck, and if it's not, it's gonna ruin the whole video, right? Okay, so right off the top, we have this hard sleeve. We have some random tape here, which makes no difference. No idea why that's there, but everything's packaged nicely, and yeah, I believe this whole deck's supposed to be foil, or hollow. I should say hollow, right? Which is pretty cool, so I'm excited about that. Like I said, guys, I didn't pay much for this, so don't judge me too hard. You guys are gonna be like, man, that deck is garbage. I think once you break it down, I paid like 70 cents a card, which I know could be more expensive than if you were to buy it off of like TCG Player, where there's cards that might be 10 cents, 18 cents, that kind of thing. But I wanted to support this person because they seem to have like their own little shop going on, and I don't know. I wanted to support them, and I felt like it felt like a good like vampire deck. It seemed like they had like some of the essential cards when I was looking around at what they have. But you guys can be the judge of that and let me know. I have this kind of set up funky. Okay, so we start off with this very awesome, almost looks like a secret rare. I'm not sure if he actually is a secret rare, but it is the Damper Vampire Sheridan. No idea what he does, but he is an XYZ monster, or as I believe the cool kids say, XZ's monster. And so I guess we need level 6s, right? Because you have to like combine 2 or more level 6s. Yeah, so it says on the card there. We got another one and another one, so we can actually have some monsters in our extra deck. That's part of the problem I had with some of the newer structure decks I bought, which is they barely have any extra deck monsters. I only have one, and I feel like having access to these is going to help out a lot in terms of giving us the ability to do more things. So we have the Crimson Knight Vampire Braum, which to me, honestly, he looks pretty cool. He kind of reminds me of like Lancelot in Fate Zero. So I think that's pretty cool. And the cards don't want to focus all the time, so I'm sorry about that. We have the Vampire Familiars, which I believe these guys are pretty important. So we have 3 of those, all hollow, which is pretty nice. We have the Vampire Retainers, which have an interesting look to them. Kind of reminds me of Danganronpa a bit, but they have the half white, half black aesthetic, which is kind of cool. We have 3 of those, of course, because I'm pretty sure those are important. We have the Vampire Red Barons. We have 3 of those, which this guy looks sick. I love the way this guy looks. We also have the Vampire Sorcerers, 4 of those. Honestly, guys, I don't think I've ever seen cards this shiny before in my life, like in this quantity. So this is kind of crazy. We have the Ultra Rare Vampire Lord, which is kind of weird for me because I've only ever seen the Secret Rare version from the old school days, which is what I have. This version though looks pretty cool. I do like it. I'm still a little biased to the Secret Rare version, but that does look cool. We have the Vampire Vamp, which apparently is a pretty solid card for the vampires. I really like the artwork on this, and I know a lot of people diss the name, but, you know, I'm okay with it. It's kind of funny, but, you know, we do it. We have Vampire Grimson, which is pretty cool. I misread this online. I could have swore it was Crimson, but no, Grimson, right? Yeah, because like a Reaper with a scythe and stuff. So I dig it. Seems like Yu-Gi-Oh likes their puns, which I'm cool with that. Shadow Vampire just looks like he could kick anyone's ass, honestly. I mean, he doesn't look like your typical vampire to me. He just looks like he could just show up and just beat the shit out of people. We have, I believe these are secret rares, the Vampire Frolian. I bet this deck was probably worth a decent bit when these cards came out, like if you were to take these cards then. We have Vampire's Desire. We have 3 of these. We also have 3 Vampire's Domain, which has the Grimson character on it. The Monarch Stormfront, which I think I heard was recently banned. I could be wrong. Let me know if this card's banned or not. So that's banned. Let me know what it should be replaced with. Vampire Awakening. We have 3 of those. We have Vampire Domination. We have 3 of those. And then we have 1 bonus card that comes with any purchase from the sailor. We have the Gusto Griffin, which is not going to go in the deck. But it says if this card is sent from the hand to your graveyard, you can special summon 1 Gusto monster from your deck. You can only use this effect of Gusto Griffin once per turn. I'm assuming the Gusto cards suck. I've never heard of them, but who knows? I don't know anything about modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! Pretty much. I only know the bare minimum. Anyways, I love Vampire Lord. I love vampires. I love the looks of a lot of these cards. Very interested to see how it plays. Hopefully I love the gameplay loop when it comes to it. I don't know. Like, it seems really cool. Now, I will say I am a huge fan of decks that are like more toolboxy and control elements and run a lot of one-offs. It seems like Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't really have a lot of that. It seems like it's a lot of like archetype combos where you need 3 of each of your cards to make sure the deck runs properly. That makes sense to me. It totally does. But if you know of a deck that I might like that I could also have in also with the vampires, like if there's like another deck that runs a lot of one-offs and is kind of more control heavy, let me know about that deck because I would love that. It doesn't have to be all one-offs, but just having a variety of monsters. There could be a toolbox function with some searchers in there, similar to like Rhoda, you know, pulling out a warrior, and then you have different warriors that can do different things. Something along those lines I would personally really like, so let me know if you know about one of those. Let me know if there's any vampires that this deck missed that I need to add, especially for the extra deck or anything like that. I'd really appreciate it. And seriously guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see some more Yu-Gi-Oh content, because I don't do a whole lot on this channel, but I am interested in doing some more. And if that's something you'd like to see, I need to know. So instead of just completely lurking, just give a like, because it would let me know that I should keep going. If not, it may just fall off the face of the earth, and I don't necessarily want that, so just let me know. But as always, stay awesome.
Guess I have no choice. It's time to save the world.